Recording. Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me. Okay. We're back. Okay, I guess this is better than holding the mic, I think, if I have it here. Because chances are I will move around. Actually, hold on. Nah, fuck it. Man, this is what we're doing. Okay, okay. Yeah. It's been a minute, whatever. It's been a long time. I don't want to, I don't want to do that. I can scold myself about this being a bad habit of me starting something and then stopping something, but it'll just end the same. So I just gotta, I'm glad I came back. So, we're gonna try to do this video diary thing again, right? We're gonna try. I think I was pushing it when I said, every 2 weeks. So maybe we try to push one of these once a month out or something, because that seemed like a huge goal. And that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, I honestly forgot how I do this. I wrote stuff down. I don't even think I have a render or anything. But we'll probably make a shitty one or something, and when I finish editing this. Usually these take like a day or two to come out, because I just I'm trying to go for efficiency rather than what is it? Efficiency, quantity over quality, basically, because we're just trying to use our shit and then get something out there using our shit, because we might as well. I don't want to let it sit around and dust around and all that jazz. So we're back. I now have lavalier mics for better audio, because this right here, this, where it was pissing me off real bad. So a friend gave me this tiny little mic stand, so I'm hoping this helps me not move around. It won't. But we try, so now I'm laved, so that way if I move around, if I'm shuffling, can't do much about it. But yeah, I think there has been infinite things on my mind to talk about. It's a lot of catching up to do. I'm going to attempt. There's really no goal here. I'm just going to kind of ramble about just some shit that I but just things that I've thought about these past couple months that I've been off. I've been trying to, okay, of course my iPad decides to shit the bed, but bear with me here. I think I'm just working on becoming increasingly more self-aware in a way that is not like I should say I'm attempting to be more self-aware, more than I have been in the past. Like, I'm trying to, because I'm self-aware already, like critically self-aware, but in a way where it like manifests, it somehow snowballs into this negative thing. So I'm trying to be more self-aware, not in a way that's positive, because I don't really have the time for that, but I just want to be self-aware in a way that's more constructive and like productive. I think about how I come off to people way too much, and I like obsess over it a little bit, and then I kind of make a mountain out of a molehill. That's not great for me to do all the time. It just it makes every interaction, well, it doesn't make every interaction insufferable, because in the moment of these interactions that I'm having with people, I don't really like care. It's the aftermath of it where I'm like, whoa, what did I do there? Did I come across this way? Did this thing get across to them? Yada, yada, yada. So I think I need to like be self-aware in a way that like decentralizes me in certain settings, which is probably impossible to do, but we're giving it a go. We're giving it a go. It's really kind of an impossible feat that I'm trying to incorporate into life, because I think it will just make me a little more like, aware of my surroundings than just being aware of me, Shit, I would hit the laugh directly on. But yeah, I think with that, it kind of like it's impossible in the way that I cannot experience literally anything through any other lens than myself. So that's where it is literally impossible. Obviously, I have to recognize that, because everything that I'm doing is my experience. So to kind of decenter yourself from you is like, what are you even talking about? But I think practicing, like, just recognizing my surroundings, I think will kind of help me not. I need to stop saying spiral, but it will help me not overthink every little thing that I do after I do it. You know what I mean? It's like I keep like putting myself on a rubric, like every time I do anything with anybody. It's kind of getting irritating. So I think a good way to kind of start tearing up that rubric is to recognize, maybe I won't say decenter myself, but that's how I'm looking at it. It like astral projection kind of is my little visualizer, but I need to recognize where I'm at and being more in tune with my surroundings, being all that. But yeah, so that's something that I'm attempting. Not sure what the success rate will be, but hopefully I give you month to month updates this time. We tried this last year. I got 4 out last year, which, I guess that's 1 for every quarter. This one, I'm getting the first one out in Q2, so you know what? We got a lot of making up to do. Maybe the goal this year should be to at least make 12 of these no matter when. That might be the reformation of that goal. So this being the first one is crazy, but I'm not holding myself to any certain amount of length. So these can be like 5 minutes, or like, the last one I posted, they increasingly get longer. Because I like to yap a little bit. I don't really get to yap terribly often. Oh, I kind of do. It's weird, because sometimes it's weird because I like to talk sometimes, and that's it. That's literally everybody. Me saying guy says thing that everybody does. Guy says thing that everybody does. Not clickbait. Oh my god, holy shit, this guy's crazy. He does the thing, But that's cool. Moved in. At this point, this is 2026. Future Chris, you moved in with a roommate. That's the time capsule here to date it. It's been cool. He's a cool guy. Yeah. What up? If you're watching, he won't be, but that's okay. What up? That's why the setting. I don't need to explain the setting change. This is my diary, so I know what this is, but the setting change is, it's something. I have a little banners and whatnot. Now in the living room, we're in the bedroom, chilling. That's good stuff. Been really into Tomodachi Life, which is actually in my notes a while ago. I modded my 3DS to play the first Tomodachi Life, and I was like, this is incredible. Love this game. Shout out to Nintendo. Small company, small independent company nobody knows. Really good games coming from them right now. Not really, actually. They're hold on. bleep. No, but Tomodachi Life, the new one for the Switch, wonderful, wonderful. Even it's really gorgeous. Super fun. It reminds me. It has like the shading of Breath of the Wild, which is tripping me out, and then it like has the Animal Crossing graphics, so it's a lot of reused stuff, kind of. But it's fun. It's really fun to see SpongeBob be friends with JoJo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or some shit. That's fun to me. I like making things interact. It's very me in real life. I like having people interact. It's fun. It's fun for me. And they gamified it. So I get money for it, and I get to buy them little clothes. They all dress how I like them to dress. It's cool. I get into it. Anyway, so I have one note that said lack of closure is closure, which it pisses me off. I don't love not having closure in anything, mostly. I think this is regarding like past friendships and whatnot. Because I think everybody is really seeking an answer to everything when the world is not full. There are no answers. I don't know if that's like we think that there are answers, but there's really, when it comes to like something as like subjective as living, there's really no right answer to, there's no right solution to anything. And I think I don't like that. I really don't like that. I wish there was like a concrete answer for every, type of relationship, a type of whatever, that I come across. I think this was in reference to a past friendship that I had, that I was like, man, I really wish I would have gotten like some sort of like concrete resolution that this was over, but I have to be really annoyed and come to terms with that I am not owed that, nor do I owe that to anybody. That's kind of the thing. But with this, it kind of breeds like, it's really tough because it's like, that's like how ghosting and stuff happens, like when people are dating and whatnot. I don't fuck with ghosting. I think it's very hypocritical of me, considering I have, but you're just, I really need to work on that as well. I really gotta start practicing what I preach. I think ghosting amongst everybody is like, it's kind of lame, but I know that there's reasons why people do ghost if it's like a dangerous situation and whatnot, but usually people are presented with like the opportunity to not go. It's like putting the shopping cart back, at the grocery store. Most people put the shopping cart back, but some people leave it out there. And some people, I don't know. I think I'm getting better about it a little bit, but there's still like the first instinct, when it comes to forming some sort of like unknown relationship is like, do I leave it? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. And maybe with the lack of closure thing, I think, it is some form of closure. It just sucks. I think this is my main point, and I gotta get over that. Yeah, because not everything really needs an answer, and in the world that doesn't provide answers, it's unfortunate and very annoying. But yeah, that's how that goes. We're talking about a whole lot of nothing. Okay, this is talking about a whole lot of nothing. I've been having a really shitty sleep schedule. That's pretty cool. Who among us, But it's been especially bad as of late. I cannot seem to find a good routine while I'm unemployed. Oh, that's also, last time I did this, I had a job, quit my previous full-time job to freelance, which is, you know, it's honestly so much better than, I mean, it's like you're broke, but like you have so much more time, so you're, you know, it's a give and take. But that's been quite lovely, actually, because the other job was just a little too worse for wear towards the end. But you know, it's cool shit. It's cool shit. Sorry, I thought I saw something. I thought a broke said something. Oh yeah, I haven't been going to bed on time since quitting my job because there's no like structured routine. Which hasn't been like detrimental, but because I'm kind of a routine-ish guy, it's a little like, what's going on? So I might need to start kind of locking in on that. But you know, I set my alarms to go to bed and also to wake up, but I am just so fucking energized in the nighttime. So I'm like, I need to do some shit. Why not? I'll do some shit. Watch this. I'll do some shit. And then I'm like, well, now I'm tired. And then I'm like, well, it kind of helps me to see more of the day if I wake up early. So it's like I'm going to bed and I'm trying to wake up early. And it's weird because I'll wake up early. Like I'll set my little alarm to 7:30 or 8:30 or whatever. And I'll wake up at those times and I'm like, fantastic. You woke up. And as a little reward, you get to go back to sleep for a good old 10 or 15. I snooze that 10-minute alarm 15 times. And I'm like, oh, well, now it's 11 a.m. So who set that system up? It's me. It's me. I set it up. But yeah. So we're trying to figure out. Today was also like I went to bed late, got up late. But I mean, it's consistent hours, which is interesting. I think I'm getting like a good, I almost said the thing. I'm getting a good 5 to 7 hours of sleep, maybe, you know. Because 8, well, I shouldn't say 8 or more is crazy. Because 8 is supposed to be normal, so I'm sure if I got 8 sleeps, if I got 8 sleeps, it would be fine. Usually anything more than like 8 to 9 like hours of sleep, I get like extraordinarily tired after that. It's crazy. I don't know what that is. But, scientists, show yourself. But yeah. I think I'm working on like not like gerrymandering my friends. No, it's not gerrymandering. That's really funny though. Gerrymandering friendships. I think I'm working on like space in friendships. I think I go through periods of like really wanting to see everybody that I enjoy the company of, and then I'm like, man, that's awesome, and then I retreat. It's similar to the previous one of the previous things I did of these, where it's like I miss them, I want to see everybody, and then I see everybody and I'm like, whoa, it's a lot. It's a lot. I need to go to bed. And so I went through a little like 3-week period of like I don't want to see anybody, which is interesting and I think is okay. Healthy, I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know if it's healthy, but I think it's okay. Yeah. I think I'm trying to figure out how to like what friendships constitute space, like if like when developing friendships, what space is needed. Like, am I supposed to be like overbearing? And I'm not supposed to be, but like what, because I think when I am trying to like develop new friendships with people, I get really like, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do that, and I try to snowball it. Like it's very exponential if I like really want to form a relationship with somebody. So I'm really trying to not be that overbearing, because I am that. I get those phases where I'm like, we need to do this and and then I snowball everything, and then like it dies out so quick, and then it kind of like, it's not really healthy for, not healthy, but it confuses them. Not, well, maybe I don't know, I can't speak for him, but I think in my head I'm projecting the idea. It's like, you're doing all this shit, and then all of a sudden we stop because you get, your battery, goes kaput, and then it's like, well, what now? We wait until it builds up again to go through another flurry, and it's like, I don't know if I like that form of friendship for me. I don't like being like a burst guy. I prefer consistency. But I think it's something I have to calibrate like over time, considering I haven't had this issue before of like learning new people like constantly, so I think that's something I gotta work on. Yeah, it's very interesting. Again, this is a nothing burger of an episode hamburger. I'm reading this book, Bell Hooks book, all about love right now, which is a pretty good read. I've been reading it for way too long for how short it is, but one step at a time. I didn't read any books last year, so I mean, this one I'm halfway through, so give me something, It's a really good book though. He's talking about love and all its forms it takes, and actually I kind of want to talk about that book right now, because I really do like what it has to say. And I was asking a friend about this. She talks about like love in the context of it being a like spiritual manifestation, which I think is interesting. As like a not very spiritual guy, I think I would consider myself agnostic, where I am certain in my uncertainty, you know what I mean? But I think it's very interesting because she's like of the position that love is like a godly thing, and that it like it moves people, where in my head I wonder if it is possible that it is like an earthly thing. I don't know, because the people that are like, love is like a chemical reaction. Yeah. I think there's got to be some form of like not physical element, but I think that love can be something like that is grounded. I don't think it has to be something of the like ethereal realm, because I think love is like is not tangible, I shouldn't say, but it is earthly is like the best word I can use for it. It's like, I think it's an earthly thing, not tangible, but it's like maybe it's like a deity or something. I don't know. But yeah, I could be misquoting it. I don't know. My interpretation of the book is probably, your young sprite, 20-year-old, interpretation of it. Sorry, I'm finding a line real quick, because I want to talk about the line that I highlighted. Yeah, he highlights books, dude. Yeah, love is like spirituality kind of thing. Because I think in her book, she's kind of like God is love, and yeah. And I think that also ties into my like idea of God. Like, because growing up Christian, I think it's a lot of God talk, so you associate God with like Christianity, Catholicism and stuff. And I think I kind of want to unlearn God as like a religious, like, I don't think institution is the right word, but like I kind of want to unlearn God as like the human amalgamation of God, and I would like to relearn God as like the, any any universal force, spiritual or whatever, that like, that people look to as a guide. And I think that would help me be a little more, I think it would help just kind of be more like, I think it would help me learn, like it would cement in my mind, because I know that like God is like a universal like entity. Like everybody has, most people have some sort of God or lack of God, or like, some sort of, invisible force. I think I want to unlearn God for it, and it to be relearned. I want it to mean invisible force in my head. So I think that's the summary. Does that make sense? I don't know. I should put a footnote here when I think about this, what I actually mean. Because in the moment I don't have the words for it, but I just want to unlearn God as like the human amalgamation of God and relearn it as like just an invisible force. Yeah, because I think it's interesting that she looks at God as like love, and that love is kind of like a godly thing that is like, I don't want to say above humanity, but it's like something divine. Whereas me, I don't know. I don't know. I personally don't think love is terribly divine. I think it's, and this is not like a bashing. I think there's like a, divine has like this connotative word, like meaning to it, where it's like, something's divine. It's like the best thing ever. And yeah, I don't think love is divine in that like exclusive way that it's kind of presented in the book. Maybe I should probably, I'm gonna read it all the way through, just because this is just me during the reading. But I don't know. I think love being a divine thing I disagree with, because I think everybody is capable of love and being loved. Maybe no.
Hell no, man. What the
No.
fuck, man?
I don't know. I don't know if I think that, actually. I don't know. There are some people that are, I think there are some people that are like capable of, maybe everybody's capable of love in their own way, but like there are some people that are fully self-fulfilled without love, I think, because it's entirely possible to do so. Maybe that's a hot take. I think it's entirely possible to be fulfilled in life without the use of love, and I think that's probably where I think it becomes earthly, because I think it is something some like a small population can do without. But yeah, maybe that's crazy. I don't know. I think everybody's capable of love for sure, but for it to be like a necessary thing to keep going, I don't know. I don't know. That's gonna easily be convoluted, so I really should figure out what I'm trying to say. I don't think like there's like unlovable people, but I just think that there are some people out on this earth that just kind of, they function. Never, they don't need love. They're fulfilled. They're content in their like peace. I think those people are very peaceful and without love, like, because love is kind of like, there's like a desire there, and there are some people out there that just desire peace, and maybe that's where their love manifests, is that they love their peace. Maybe I take it back. No, I don't know. I should say maybe. Well, I mean, love comes in all different forms and whatnot. So I think everybody is capable of love, and it manifests in the form that I'm thinking of love in like the romantic, platonic, like human to human interaction of love. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of love in the context of like human to human right now, and I think that's where I I probably lose people. I'm glad I figured that out right now. Yeah, love in the context of human to human. I don't think everybody. It's give or take. That's where I think it's earthly, but maybe it is actually divine, and that everybody is capable of love. Whether it's like loving their peace, loving themselves, loving, you know, inanimate objects, giving life to whatever. Maybe that's where that comes from. So, yeah. But I wonder if she's talking about love being divine regarding like human to human is where I'm assuming she. If I do that one more time, I'm going to lose my goddamn marble. Yeah, I guess I should figure out whether she's talking about love in like a human to human context rather than like you know, a love. I'm hoping we know what I mean, but yeah, cause it seems like she's talking about it in love in like a social, like societal people context where I think it can manifest in like things or, you know, the world, whatnot. But yeah, very good book though. I like her. She's fun. I really need to read the trilogy. I really need to finish this book so I can keep reading it. I also like her. I really like the things that she like the 6 kind of elements that she like puts into love. I think is that what I'm talking about. Ignore my loud ass fingernail, by the way. That's not on purpose. Okay, so maybe I lose my mind. Hold on. I'm saying hold on. We're recording and it's just me. Oh, yeah. I like her talking about love in like 6 ingredients, which is care, affection, recognition, respect, commitment, and trust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and as well as honest and open communication. So that's 7, but that's okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. He added a 7th one in there, which is really funny. That's awesome. So 7 things of love. I think my takeaway from that portion of the section was that I don't know. I think I'm trying to figure out. For me personally, I'm like very much I think trust is probably the most pivotal portion of those 6. Care is very easy to me. I think most people can care. I think that's not. Affection, I understand that. Doesn't feel necessary, but I respect it. Recognition, I think, is also really good. I think to be acknowledged and like to be like, I don't know, to be acknowledged is like your
mom.
You've made an impression on. No, hold on. Oh, I don't know. To be known is to be loved, and I think that's where recognition comes in. Respect, given. Commitment, yeah. That one I think is. I think that's the one people have the most trouble with, I think, in the modern day, but that's like a different conversation that I can't have because I haven't experienced that. It's none of my business. But for me, I think, and how I'm using this book is, I'm using it for like friendships and, whatnot, this, that, and the other. So I think trust is kind of my big one right now. Because I don't know. I have trouble fully, relying on many people. I mean, not many people, but I have trouble relying on people that I really want to, like, keep in my life forever, which is like a me thing. It's definitely not a them thing. So yeah. It's weird because I don't know how to practice that. I think that's like a time thing. Because me, like, yeah, I just need a lot of time as like a person to like really like cement my, for someone to cement themselves in my life, it requires a lot of time, which that's just how I roll, It's not good or bad, but it's how I'm functioning. Whereas some people need a lot less time to kind of figure out the dynamics of their relationship, which is really cool. I envy them. Yeah. Let's see. How long have we been recording? Be honest. Oh, only 40 minutes. We might be chilling, y'all. Let's see. I'm supposed to start reading The Alchemist because my mom is reading that book, and there's a book club happening for that. So, I just started reading "Don't Believe Everything You Think" by Joseph Nguyen. That was pretty basic so far. It's good stuff. Oh, he was talking about like basically, the way we receive, like, he used the arrow metaphor. I think to kind of repeat what he says. He's talking about like there's a first response in getting shot by an arrow, which is pain, but the second thing that starts to kind of manifest inside of ourselves is like how we react to the arrow. So it's kind of like, which is kind of, I don't know. I think it's, I thought that was like a common thing, but it may not be. I don't know. I feel like when something happens, people like, there's like the thing that happened, and then there's like the reaction to what happened, and that's kind of where we in our mind manifests as our reaction to that. So I don't know. I think it's a cool read so far. I mean, I'm sure it's, yeah. It's not. I feel like I'm putting it down. I don't mean to put it down. I think I just thought it was like like kind of common knowledge. I don't know. But yeah, it's cool. But to be fair, I'm only like 2 chapters in, so yeah, that's been cool. I have a note that says I'm not woke, which is true. I think I'm trying to. Well, it's not. I don't know. I think I'm just not caught up on everything happening in the world. That's all. I'm really just not caught up on everything that is happening in the world. But it's just because it's just fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah. That's where that comes from, which I think is funny. I think I'm having like a slight increase in my male friendships growing, which I think is new for me right now. I think growing up, I've kind of had a lot of like women friends, female friends, and I think obviously they're awesome. They're so fun. I love all my girlfriends out there. They're really cool. And it's really, I think having a lot of girlfriends growing up really helped me not be like a terrible person, which is really awesome. Of course, having an awesome, mom and pop also help as well. But, when you like are going to school and you surround yourself, 8 hours a day with like the same people. You want them to be good people because it can easily like those are yeah. So I'm very grateful for the girlfriends that I have made growing up, and I just noticed, not just noticed, but a lot of my closer friendships are pretty much with women. Yeah, but as of late, like kind of this year and late last year, there's been a bit of a surge of like the male friendships of my life, male friendships starting to kind of, develop in my life. And it's been really fascinating because, frankly, didn't know that men were capable of, the men I grew up with, until like college. They're just not very, like, vulnerable and like open and honest and communicative as a lot of the women in my life. So that's just kind of where it landed for a long time, and then recently I've like the men are starting to get more emotionally intelligent. It's pretty fascinating. Yeah, usually a lot of my male friendships are very surface level. It's like we do an activity, hang out, talk. It's awesome, crack a joke. A lot of my friendships are like it's jokes and surface level, hanging out, doing an activity. But I'm a very like I like to talk. Well, I don't like to talk. That's what this is for, because I don't like to talk. But I like to listen and usually women are more like upfront and like open and like more communicative and a lot more like chattier, which I love because I get to learn a lot about, my friends and, life experiences that they went through. And I don't really know many life experiences like through like many of the guy friends I've had. I'd like to. But because we're like not talkative enough, or not that we're not talkative enough, but there's like a comfort level there where it's like, you gotta work towards it. Similar to, I am said man where, again, as I said earlier, I take a lot of time to kind of trust someone and befriend them. So I'd imagine there's a billion of me out there, so. But yeah, recently I've been having more male friendships that are kind of getting a little more below the surface, a lot more below the surface, and I think it's really fascinating, and it's something that I thought I honestly wouldn't run into in this lifetime, because there's the modern day men are, they're a little iffy. They're a little iffy, man. Especially with PC, with everything going on in the world right now, Yeah, I thought that it truly wasn't something I would find within my lifetime, and then I've had like a kind of a snowball increase in that, and I think it's given me a little bit of like, oh, they're out there somewhere, and I think it's nice. It's nice having good guy friends, because it's really like it makes things a lot less hopeless. If I'm being quite honest. The world is run by men, so it's run by shitty men, so it's really tough for me to kind of like, you have to recognize the externals, when having people come into your life, because it's just really important. But it's really cool and it's really nice, and I really hope that that they like flourish into something, as like I just really hope they flourish. End of sentence. Yeah, shout out to my male friends out there. Yeah, you guys are cool. Yeah, we're going to song of the week because I think I just lost my social, like, dead ass just now. I was like, I need to wrap this up right now. So it's been literal months. So, and there have just been bangers after bangers of songs. Let's just go to my on repeat. We'll go, like, I think most popular one right now is Girl Like Me by Pink Panthers. Fantastic. She just released a music video for it. Oh my god. I really like Pink Panther. She's really awesome. She's just doing her shit. I recently made this really cool discovery of this song called Need To by Pine Grove. I'm sure it's like an old ass emo song, but I just now discovered, quote unquote, found it. Started listening to that a lot. It's really good. Also, these songs are gonna be everywhere. I don't care though. There's a song called Deep Sea Diver. It's like a New Orleans bound song. It's really good. Deep sea diver, swimming with the fishes. It's fantastic. It's a good workout song. Good little booty shaker. Snug Tug by Pompeii. A little emo. It's really fun. It's real cute. Pesos by Dollars and Leaky Low. Good little Jersey club. It's really a nice little nighttime bop. Milk Rot by Young Cloudy is really good. It's like a nice little house joint. It's fun. I have been listening to Cake Dog a lot. The album Doggy Style is great. It's wonderful footwork. There's some songs off of The War Room that are also really good. I've been listening to The Hard Way. Wait, no. Yeah. The Hard Way has been on repeat forever. That song might be here all year. Yeah. He goes, I know how to win the hard way. I know how to win the hard way. It's beautiful. Yeah. No Me Importa by Romulus. Probably didn't say that right, as I do not speak Spanish, unfortunately. But Romulus, No Me Importa, and Mira. Really good. Doing It Too by Rochelle Jordan. Ooh. That is a sexy little house joint. Oh my god, it's really good. Really good. Fun song too as well. Yeah. Those are kind of the main ones right now. But yeah, hopefully my Bucci wasn't all in the fucking camera. Sorry, y'all. If it was, I'll just put a censor bar. You won't see much. Don't worry. But yeah. Cool. Yeah, we're back on this. Hopefully it's May. So hopefully I'll have one for next June. Cool. Peace.